How's it going, guys? This is TJ. I brought you some Victoria 2. I know there's a few videos on the channel that I wish I could have kept going with, but ran out of time or for some reason did not finish, for whatever reason it was. And the one I regret not finishing the most is the Prussian Campaign for Victoria 2. I know I wanted to form Super Germany. That was kind of my goal, kind of show you guys how to do it. So, long overdue. I am redoing the Prussian Campaign. Let's start up here. Now, the first few episodes until I form the North German Federation are going to be fighting a lot of sphere stuff, which, you know, some of you guys might actually enjoy that, and actually a lot of alliance offers, which in this game there is no limit to the amount of alliances you can have. With great powers there is, because they don't want a lot of great powers getting in an alliance with each other. So we'll get Great Britain, because they're always a really solid choice. Now, how do I want to do this? Tax the poor. Middle, yes. Rich, I will tax now until I can get on my feet, especially since apparently I am making stuff. I don't know what I'm... Oh! Never mind, that's my bad. I'm just supplying my military with food and stuff, because no construction. Clipper convoys... Am I actually making those? Whatever. I'll figure it out in a second here. Now, tariffs, I'm very picky about. In the beginning of the game, since I don't have a huge economy, tariffs are okay. It's when you start getting a pretty big economy that tariffs become an issue. Because you want your factories to be able to buy buildings. Now, I hate raising them above 25%, but I want to at least get out of the red. So we're going to go up to 50. We're going to drop education back down a little bit. Is that 50%? Yeah, and then we'll... There we go. This way we're out of the red for just a little while. We're going to use national focus. Got to get clergymen going quick, because they educate your population. You want clergymen until they're 2% in each of your provinces, and then you move them until your entire nation is 2%, because if you look right here, 2% is optimal. They provide a bunch of research points, clerics provide research points, but more from great power, literacy, plurality, improved tech, daily research. Now, the big question is, with being Super Germany, how are we going to start this? I like to start mine a little different. I have to look kind of at this because I haven't really gone through this that much. Like, it's been a while since I played Victoria 2. So a lot of times I like to get market structure first, playing as Prussia, only because I'm going to be fighting for spherelings. But this time we're going to start off a little differently. We are going to start off with stock exchange, because I want to start making more money so I can raise education, so I can research faster. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do stock exchange, and then we'll probably go into, where was that? Market structure. Bill printing is also really good. And day one, we're going to start fabricating a claim on Denmark, because I want their Holstein. So let's fabricate justify a war. Sorry, I'm not playing EU4. How do I want to do this? Add to sphere. That's a good idea, actually. We're going to add Denmark to my sphere. And we are going to start working on my spherelings. So who's in my sphere, first of all? Okay, these people. Anybody in my sphere gets one priority, just right off the bat. And the reason why that is, I want to keep them out of Austria's grasp, because when I get all these guys in my sphere, plus Saxony right here, I get to form North German Federation. Plus I need Holstein, but I'm working on that right away. Alright, increase relations with them. And you know what, we'll do the same thing with Great Britain. You can have up to 2 great power allies, so the very beginning of the game is the best time to get them. Although it appears I am out of these. Oh, and I've already talked to Great Britain. What What about Russia? No. France? Me and France hate each other, actually, is how most of that's going to work. Austria, no. Spain, no. Ottomans, nope. USA, no. So what do we have to do to get Russians on our side? They want a lot. Political considerations, base reluctance. So a lot of them just, they're going to have base reluctance against us. France is going to be kind of the same way. Yeah, negative relations, that's never going to happen. Which is fine. I'm alright keeping France at negative relations because honestly I'm going to have to go to war with them soon anyway. These guys are great, actually, because... Let's give them military... No, they don't want it. No. Okay, well, we'll just get the game started. Alright. Great Britain accepted. We can move these guys together. We're going to start off on just speed 3 for now. Just because I don't want to go too crazy. And there is no such thing as protecting trade in this game, as it were. So, these ships... Actually, right now, I don't want those ships. Clipper transports aren't very good. By the time I actually need ships, I can just get steamers. I don't know why that... Okay. So, we're going to get going. For those of you that don't know, Infamy's weird in this game. Once you break 25, everybody wants you dead. It's just the way of limiting players, basically. Unless you're huge. If you're huge and you are super powerful and your military score far outweighs everybody else's, you can get away with a lot of shit, no matter what your infamy is. Like, as the United States, if you conquer Canada, nobody's going to stop you. Let's raise education all the way up. Let's raise military up a little bit. And once our economy stabilizes out a little bit better, I get the stock exchange, I get some more shit going on, I will actually drop taxes on the rich to encourage more capitalists, because they will build stuff for me and I won't have to do anything. So now we're just kind of waiting on that casus belli with Denmark, because we'll add them to our sphere. And the thing with that is, let's see. If we add them to our sphere, they lose their sphereling. And then we have to wait 5 years. Then we can add their sphereling to our sphere. That's going to be easy because nobody else is going to be competing with me except for maybe Great Britain. But I'm not too concerned about it. Let's keep raising relations with these guys. I've already been slowed down there. Okay. Because Austria does not want me to have them. But I want them. I don't really care what Austria thinks. So how much am I raising there? So I've invested money there. They're in Austria here. Austria is saving up their points. So I'm going to have to do some gamey stuff here. Like, if I stop all at once, Austria shortly will stop investing points in them. Or actually, no, they might just go up to 25, so when I do reinvest. A lot of times Austria will stop. I don't know. This is going to be kind of a slow beginning to the game. Alright, let's pause and get ready to declare war here. I have 0 diplomatic points. That is these things, we get so many a month. There you go. So base of 3.6 because we're a great power, plus 100%. So every month we gain about 1, give or take, of 0.2, 0.1. So we're just waiting until we get 1 so we can declare war here. I don't think they're allied with anybody, and they're not in anybody's sphere. In fact, Great Britain hates them, so that's going to be good for us. So more liberal. This game actually does a really good job at falling in line with history. The French Revolution just happened, so all of Europe is like, hey, let's be more liberal, you know? Screw these kings and monarchies. Am I still freaking waiting? Okay, so here's an interesting decision. A rally has been organized in one of our states by members of the Prussian Chartist Club, calling for the extension of the voting privileges to border strata of the voting publicum, sorry. While calm and relatively orderly on the surface, the rally might get out of hand any time. Police are standing by ready to intervene, and some among them may even seem eager to. So if I let them hold their rally, Prussian-Wittenberg becomes 10% more liberal, which is fine. Actually, I enjoy being liberal in this game because it allows you to make policy changes more readily. But we gain one militancy, one consciousness. Militancy is the likelihood of people wanting to become militant and rebel. And consciousness, it adds to the higher consciousness you have, the less infamy you drop. Like, it can actually, if it adds, like, see right now it's 0.00. If it adds like 0.1, then if I go up here, I lose 0.1. So I would technically lose only 0.9 every month while I'm at peace. So it's just kind of like that. It's fine though. I'm not too concerned. I don't want to lose population right now or gain 4 militancy in that state. So I'm just going to do 1 militancy, 1 consciousness. It's not even going to be a big deal. Militancy didn't even go up. Not even a concern. It's a small state. Alright, now we can pause, because we can go to war. Declare war. Who are their allies? I will call mine, because they will all join, including the United Kingdom. Add to sphere. So, now, if we wanted to, I could sit back and literally do nothing and win, because all of my little vassals will all run in there. And actually, they're not vassals in this game. This is more of a diplomatic age, where they're spherelings. I will march 24,000 troops to their capital. Actually, I'm not allowed to march 24,000 troops to their capital because they're probably, yeah, they're blocking me in that strait. But Great Britain will shortly take care of their ships. That's Holstein. They have actually a decent amount of troops, but we're going to march in there and take out their troops. No big deal. Because not only do we have more troops, our troops are also better troops. We start out with more text than Denmark, if I am remembering correctly. And now that Great Britain cleared the strait out, we can just walk right across to Copenhagen, take it, call it good. Alright, won some war score there. And yet, for those of you that play EU4, this game will be similar in the fact that it's made by Paradox, but vastly different because, I mean, the economic screen, the trade screen by itself is far more vast. You have the stock market, you have to actually monitor what goods you have and how much of those goods you have. Alright, sphere increase, Saxony, that's good. Want to increase them. So now we are friendly with them. And we are going to... Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out of Saxony for a few minutes, let Austria calm down, make them think that we're not going to mess with them. This is the new newspaper system they added in the most recent Heart of Darkness patch, which, for any of you who have played Victoria 2, this is old news, but it's kind of cool. A lot of people don't like it. I actually do kind of like it because it shows what's going around on the world. And Saxony fearing our might, and it says war here. It's interesting, I think. Alright, and the war score in this game is up here. You can't actually see it. That's one thing they really need to add. I know Paradox is thinking they don't need an update. Hold on real quick. We have factories that are closed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reopen them and subsidize them because I want all of my factories open right now all the time. Later on in the game, if there's ever a factory that's not making money and it's really never going to make money, then I'll shut it down. But for now, I really need factories going. We're actually going to split this guy in half. Oh, that is right. Hotkeys do not work in this game. Oh boy, what fresh hell am I in? We're going to march this guy back. That is, but yeah, there's some things Paradox is like, you know, I don't think we need to update Victoria 2. It's great how it is. I really hope they change that opinion shortly because there are a few things like this diplomacy thing up here I think is crap. I would much rather have the war score be down here like it is in EU4 just so it's easily accessible. Up here, I mean, yeah, I can click there and I'm at the war screen, but then I go here. Holy crap, there's a lot of things that have been added. Okay, revolutionary flames in Prussia are fanned as Trier erupts into open rebellion, crying out for liberty, justice, equality. The citizens take to the streets. So they gain a bunch of militancy, which was, that small state was enough to make our national militancy go up to 0.07. And actually, we are losing militancy every month, which is rare. You don't normally lose militancy. And actually, while we're at war, I'm actually going to speed it up a little bit so sieges go a little bit faster. Because if this was a serious war, I'd be a little bit more concerned, but it's completely one-sided. Alright, so our upper house, the people who make our laws, have changed. We've gained more conservative, and we've lost vast amounts of liberals. Because in the beginning, that's kind of how it is. Your conservative are trying to cut your liberals out. Hurt us. And we're going to let our vassals, sorry, our spherelings do everything else. Going to finish off. Is Great Britain up here yet? No? Well, not going to go up there. So Denmark owns Iceland and Greenland. That is the North America. And Mexico is doing work actually right now. I'm proud of them. And we're going to check our spheres real quick. Like I said, the beginning is going to be very micromanagey, but it's worth it if you want to see, if you're trying to form any sort of German power, you really need to watch your spheres, because me and Austria are going to be fighting over them for the foreseeable future. So let's go to show great powers. Okay, so Austria did stop. That's good. Let's see if we can make friends with Austria. They're not as powerful in this game as they are in EU4, so too many great power allies. Okay, that's fine. In EU4, Austria is a monster. I think we all know that, but they're not nearly as powerful in this game, so. In fact, these Danish troops are causing me a heartache, so we're going to go kill them. Actually, they're going to get just stomped. I might have overkilled this. Whatever. Better to be safe than sorry, right? Alright, Liberal Students Association. That we, the youth of Prussia, unite in our common demand for the restoration of ancient freedoms to make in Prussia a second Greece. The Students Association, inspired by ancient romanticist ideas of freedom and the state, has been informed that radical youth at the State University. I think I read that wrong. University, youth, wanting Greece. A manifesto has been published calling for voting reform and revival of what is to be referred to as those ancient and traditional liberties of Prussia. The association is quickly becoming something of a mass movement on campus at this as this brave new ideology surges. So, I don't really want more militancy, or consciousness for that matter, but I do want liberal. So we're going to do this. It's more militancy and a one-time thing of consciousness. That's fine. Not a big deal. I just want the liberal population. Okay, so they broke. Let's march you here and you back here. You almost ready for peace, Denmark? Let's see what they want. Another Jacobin uprising. It's going to be a pretty common one. They will not accept this. So, humiliate Holstein. I don't really care about cutting them down to size. Still will not accept that. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait until they will accept that. Because I want to give the British what they want. And once we take their capital, we should have it. Now I just need to wait for the coronation of Queen Victoria, because then this will fall out of the UK sphere. Hanover here, because I need Hanover to form the North German Federation. So, and basically that will make all these states just become part of me. Okay, so we get more. I hate losing prestige. In this game, prestige is merely a score-keeping device, but it also allows you to buy things off the world market more. So I will gain 1 infamy. I'm pretty low on infamy. Why not more influence on one of my vassals? Fuck, I keep calling them vassals. Spherelings. Okay, Denmark. Here's the issue I'm having with you. First of all, we're gonna combine those. We're gonna go into spending. We're gonna crank up military spending for just a little bit while we crush the Danish. I don't need to crank it up probably that high, but they have 0 military, especially since they have 0 military spending. I don't need to crank it up that high. Another Jacobin uprising. So this is the beginning of the game in Europe is when you're most likely to have rebellions. You still don't have that many if you're doing things right. Let's go up to 20%. Let's go up to 25% tariffs so we can make a little bit of money here. Cut back on taxes. Raise administration. There we go. It's good. Wait, did that say we were making money? Oh, subsidies. Okay, that's fine. We just need to take that place. Will they accept the peace deal I had? They might now. Get rid of cut Holstein down to size. They still would not accept that offer. 65, 68. So they're going to be very literal on the peace score they want. Newspaper. Brazil and Bolivia. It's great. South America is going to be chaos for a little while. Denmark to sphere, acquire Danish Ghana, humiliate Holstein. I am okay with that. So that's actually what I wanted. So peace. Alright, we are at peace. First war done. Secret society. So kind of like, you know, the Illuminati. So we'll become 30% more liberal. I'm fine with that. The Wrath of Berlin. Fast and true stands the guard of Berlin. At least if the local poet is to be believed, a poetical, I don't like that word, pamphlet decrying, these words are all messed up. The state of our nation is political backwardness and oppression, has inflamed feelings in one of our states. All around Prussia, cries for our national unity can be heard as liberals take to the streets, protesting the old order, calling for national unification with our cultural brethren in other countries and liberalization of our political system. We should consider dispatching troops into the provinces where liberal agitation is present. So basically anywhere liberal agitation is, I get more consciousness, or I become more liberal and gain militancy, which I will do. Oh god, that was actually a national militancy hit. I should have read that better. I mean, it's fine. 1% or 1 militancy, not a huge deal. I don't even know if anybody... Okay. Militancy is harder to find. So how is our clergymen doing? They're almost at 2%, actually. Jacobin uprising. So if we have a rebellion, it's not going to be a big deal. We have no... Oh, we do have rebellions. The smog from the factories hangs low against the blood red of the charcoal sky. Far away in the depths of the city, in the deepest bowels of the industrial machine, the cries and shouts of the forming mob can be heard echoing against the backdrop of drain pipes and smokestacks. Infuriated over poor working conditions, clamoring for a return to the lost pastoral dream, remembered Luddites take the streets in Breslau. We'll gain consciousness. I can't deal with a 6 militancy hit right now. Alright, we're almost done with the stock exchange, and we have them in our sphere now. These guys we cannot mess with because we are under a truce with. So I will increase relations with them though, because I want it to be easier when it comes to that. Let's pause real quick. Alright, so we got stock exchange. That's awesome actually. So let's go in here. Our money, just see that little uptick? That's why I did it. So we will do market structure. Now, my military is going to be a little bit weaker in the beginning, but that's because sooner or later my population will be so high, research will be no issue for me. So I'm kind of getting my influence things first. This way it's not an issue later. So let's go priority. What are we at here? 17. So it looks like Austria did bad things to me. Yeah, they did. They reduced my influence. Let's go in here. Austria is not... Nobody's working on that one. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pause it real quick. It's fine. It paused anyway. So they want landed voting rights, or an end to landed voting rights. I can feel you. We'll just go consciousness for now. Consciousness is not too high yet. Okay. So we're going to go through here and check, because right now, for every tick you put in here, you gain influence, but for every tick that is on the entire thing, the total loses, if that makes any sense. So if I just had 3 here, I would gain a lot more influence than if I have 3 here and 1 in all of these. So we're going to go through all these and see if any of them are in trouble of, or in threat of us losing them. Nobody's even working on Saxe, so we'll get rid of that one. This one, once again, nobody's even working on them. This one, another Saxe. Saxe. I'm going to call them Saxe, because Saxe sounds weird. Nobody's... Actually, Austria was working on them. So what we're going to do to Austria here, we're going to expel advisors. Expel Austrian advisors. Now, for a year, they cannot gain influence with these guys. So, there you go. That's good. Oldenburg. Nobody's working on them. Nassau. Nobody. Mecklenburg. That is nobody. Lubeck. Nobody. Lip. Ditmol. I don't know how to speak German or French for that matter. Get rid of that. Hesse Kessel. Nobody. Okay, so it looks like Austria is being pretty passive this game actually. Usually I'm fighting with them on all this stuff. They are working on Hesse Darmstadt. So we are going to expel their advisors from there too. Now expelling advisors I believe takes 50 influence, which is fine. So we can get rid of that one. Hamburg. We'll expel advisors again, or we will just discredit Austria. So we didn't expel their advisors, but they'll just gain 30% slower. We can get rid of. We'll keep that one just because I'm a little concerned on that one. This one, expel advisors. And just let me know in the comments below if you don't want me doing this during the video. That's fine. I can do it off camera. I just thought maybe you guys might want to see this. So we'll discredit Austria here. Brunswick. We will expel advisors. Anhalt. We will definitely expel advisors. Wait, what did I do here? Okay, Frankfurt's good. Bremen, no. Brunswick. I did expel advisors, so I can get rid of that. Anhalt, I expelled advisors, so I can get rid of that. And that is it. So now I'm putting about 5 times what I was before into Saxony. Okay, Ottomans in Egypt. That will happen a lot right here. And actually, I will be going to Sphere Egypt to get Suez because I want the canal. Alright, so I think what we're going to have to do, guys, we're going to have to put a cut in here. We've had a pretty successful first game. We've sphered Denmark. We're working on all of our spheres, and actually most of that should be almost done because Saxony, we are discredited. They did waste that. That's perfect, though, actually. Expelling advisors is what we don't want, but that's fine. They haven't done that yet, so we're going to keep growing here. As soon as we add them to our sphere and the coronation happens and we add these guys to our sphere and these guys to our sphere, we can form North German Federation and start wreaking havoc on Europe. Anyway, thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed, I would appreciate a like or a comment. Just let me know. If there's anything you want to see me change, let me know that as well. If you don't want to see me doing sphere stuff on camera, I can always do that off camera. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. It's been real. I will catch you guys later.